Hi, I'm Captain Rob, and we're on sailing vessel Extra Nauti.
Aloha, my name is Lalani and I'm your chef.
Awesome. Hi, guys. So, what inspired you to join the yachting industry down here in the Virgin Islands?
Well, after growing up in Cape Town, I flew over here for my father's 50th birthday, and we did a few weeks sailing around the Virgin Islands. And I totally fell in love with the place and have been sailing here ever since.
I love yachting and I love the ocean and I love sailing. I grew up with on the going in high school. In high school, I was on the sailing team, and I grew up coming down here all the time and working down here. I've been in the industry now 5 years, and I've been on a lot of boats. I used to have my prize sunfish that I would sail on just with myself as a young girl at age of 9. And every year at our bay house in DC, I went to American University. We have a catamaran race, and that's always exciting. The whole neighborhood gets together, and just being here in this industry just makes me more vibrant. It gives me all my creative ideas, and I just really enjoy being down here with like-minded individuals. And I've been coming here since 2002. So.
Perfect. And I know you guys have been chartering together for 5 years down here, so I'm sure you have some good stories. Can you share a memorable story from one of your charters?
So I think one of the most memorable times was we had a group of guests where one diver was in the group, but there were no other divers, and he kept on asking to go diving. And it was the last day of charter, and he hadn't got the chance, so we decided to take him diving at Yacht Van Dyke. Leilani was handling the tender, and just before we went down in the water,
It was really windy. Yeah.
it was very windy.
We were on the corner. Yeah.
But a group of about 40 dolphins surrounded the tender, and myself and the guests went into the water, and we managed to dive with these dolphins for about 20 minutes.
And they disappeared, and I couldn't believe it. I was wondering if they were even seeing the dolphins because they were jumping, and I'm trying to handle the tender to try and follow you guys back to the boat. Yeah.
Yeah, so during the dive, we are going along with these dolphins, and suddenly they all stop and form a semicircle. So Guest and I just use our buoyancy controller, and we rested on the bottom of the ocean floor, and two of the alpha dolphins did this dance in front of us around this rock for about 10 minutes, and all the dolphins and ourselves were just watching these two perform this amazing act. And it was just one of those moments which will live with me and the guests forever.
And me as well. Yeah, and the guest just, he was so surprised and shocked he couldn't even talk when he got to the boat. I mean, it was wonderful. Yeah, wonderful to share that experience. I also, a memorable memory for me as well was bringing, these guests wanted a live music event, and Captain Rob and I brought a guest singer on board, and we had like a rock and roll night and a little dance night evening. I don't know if it was a birthday or not, I can't remember. It was probably 4 years ago, and that was also just exciting to be on the boat sailing and listening to your own rock band music live.
Very cool. I bet that sounds amazing. So, what are some of your favorite activities to do with guests on board?
So I think because this boat sails really well, and obviously we are in the sailing capital of the world, I really enjoy the sailing part of the trips where the guests on the trampoline or on the flybridge, and really we're under full sail cruising along the channel, the islands going by, and sometimes we see dolphins and whales and turtles, but just the sailing experience itself is really the highlight for me.
Yeah, and memorable for me is being in the galley, busy cooking with the guests, prepping for the next meal, and being able to look up because it's all encompassed in one room, and look up and be able to see a landmark, historic place, and be able to share that pirate story or back in history. And I also love when there's birthdays or anniversaries, get to make some special cakes and decorate the boat, which I love doing. And finding out, I guess, like favorite flower ahead of time, in our first Zoom call. It's really important to me to get to know my guests and really connect so that we can all have a beautiful life experience. And every charter's different, and that's the best part about it, because our guests bring the most amazing energy to the Caribbean for us.
Incredible. So which hidden gem or lesser known spot or a location that you love to bring guests to in the Virgin Islands, what would be your favorite?
I think overall the best place I found that the guests enjoy is Mountain Point in Virgin Gorda. There's a very protected anchorage, and we can stern tie there. There's a beautiful reef, a beautiful beach, and there's even a hike along Mountain Point. I think it encompasses a lot of what people are looking for in the BVI.
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased because I'm a surfer, and when there's surfers on board, Josiah's Bay is definitely one of my favorite spots. I like other places that we go is Anegada, where you can literally watch them grab the lobster out of the ocean and then cook it for dinner, which is really only when we can go there, of course, because sometimes it's windy, so it's really special when you get to go there on charter, weather permitting. I also love Yost Van Dyke and Soggy Dollar Bar. Say hi to Ruby, the bartender. He's amazing. If you guys get to make it with us. And Soggy Dollar, but I used to go back there as a schoolgirl where there was no credit cards or internet, and you literally had soggy dollars coming out of your pants to pay for the drink because you had to swim to shore because it kind of dips a little bit, most turquoise water you've ever seen in your life. And yeah, those are those special moments. And now you can go to Soggy Dollar as well and go on the webcam, so you can stand there and have your friends all tune in and go to the webpage to see you having an amazing time in the BVI. And also Bitter End, that was one of my childhood memories of going there with the creaking floorboards and all the like tattered sails like in the rafters, and it's really historical down here, and that means a lot to me to be in this industry and getting to see it with wonderment every single time, and basically seeing the old pirate ships coming out of the fog sometimes.
Super cool. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so when it's not charter season, what do you guys like to do in the summer when it's off season?
So in summer, I like to go traveling in Europe and Cape Town. That's where I reside, and visiting family and friends, and going hiking and surfing, and going into the game parks. I love to take photographs of wild animals. But yeah, I would love getting back to Africa.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm a traveling soul, so I do live in Hawaii. My mom's in Portugal, and I'm a surfer and equestrian, and most of all, my one true love is my 4.8-pound Chihuahua named Kealoha Moku'ula, and so I spend as much time as I can with him adventuring. He fits a little backpack or my purse and goes everywhere with me. And yeah, I just also catch up with school. I'm in film and media right now at Full Sail University, and just see friends around the world, and whoever gives me an invite, I'll be there. So.
Very cool. All right, so let's talk about some food. What would you say your favorite dish to make that guests really enjoy, and who or what influences your culinary style?
Wow. So this one goes out to my mom, and I know a lot of people say that their mothers are the best cooks, but my mom speaks 12 languages, and she taught me at a young age there's always something cooking in the kitchen. She had graduated high school out of South Africa at age 15 and went to Italy and learned all her cooking from the nonna there, and instilled it in me because I just grew up watching her doing homework, and I just love flavors, and I love being originally from South Africa, the Dutch East Indian Trading Company. So it's amazing what you can do with just a couple different spices on different food, and not spicy spice, but what I'm saying is just like zest. And I love, if you're on my charter, I always make my happy face pancakes. So there's always a kid in you and everyone, and we all enjoy it. And banana pancakes too. And I always have my pasta night as well. I cook my pasta from scratch, so following my mom's footsteps. And my favorite dish is, of course, our fresh, locally caught fish here. Mahi mahi is one of my favorite to cook. It's just white and flaky and just, it's just, well, you can't mess up locally fish, basically. And I usually lay it on a bed of white sweet potato that's locally found here, and I make like a watermelon, chilled watermelon with pineapple sauce and a balsamic reduction, and everyone seems to love it year after year.
Incredible. Sounds super good. Well, thank you for sharing all that.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon aboard Extra Nauti.